everybody, Nick Arnette here. Another episode of Cool People I Know or Meet. And man, I know this young lady here. I've known you all your life. Everybody, this is my really cool niece, Ellie Fink. Hooray, Ellie Fink.
Yeah.
So great to have you. Ellie is way cool. You just graduated from college when?
December.
And you went where?
To Anderson University in Anderson, Indiana.
Very cool. And that's actually, some famous people have gone to Anderson University, yes?
Yeah. The Gaithers.
The Gaithers, okay.
And Stephen Curtis Chapman.
Stephen Curtis Chapman. Wow. Okay.
And I'm forgetting, Sandy Patty. She's
wow.
big and,
Yeah. And the list goes on. And you too.
And me.
Well, this is while you were in college, you started getting involved in community efforts, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And what kind of community projects?
Well, I started getting involved in the local community my junior year. I got introduced to Christian community development, and so
what does that mean?
The theology of location. That's what it is. And so it's all about moving into the neighborhoods that you want to do community work. So a lot of times low income, a lot of time where there's more violence, education is worse. And the idea is you move into the neighborhoods to form relationships and kind of form these authentic friendships and kind of do life alongside people.
And you literally move into the neighborhood.
You literally move into
it. Which is, really putting what you believe into action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's really, how did it feel when you did that for the first time? Because you grew up in suburban Denver, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's that's kind of a big shock for you, right? To be Anderson, Indiana is not like what's the community like overall?
Well, Anderson as a whole has been really hurt after GM left in the 80s. It just devastated the economy.
So GM was a big employer.
They were a big employer,
okay.
Yeah. And when the town was just really reliant on it, and so when they left, they took a lot of jobs, and a lot of people either relocated or stayed and didn't have employment. And so what happened was there's a lot of parts were impoverished. The neighborhood I moved into was the west side of Anderson.
Okay.
And they tended to have a lot of the most concentrated people that were suffering from low income. There's the violence was a lot really present there, a little bit more gang activity, and it was crazy too because I was at campus and it was like my own little world. You know, like campus and this main stretch where there's a lot of things going on, and then you would just go 5 minutes and then there was this neighborhood that was devastated.
Right. Mm-hmm. But Anderson, Indiana, you're there at the university. It's a kind of a, what would you say, like a protected environment?
Yeah, it was very much kind of a bubble. And in fact, I remember professors kind of warning not to cross the bridge and to go in this other side of town because of the way it was portrayed.
And as a professor, but you had a heart for it, and yet someone else even encouraged you, like, get out there and experience the community and practice what you preach, right? Mm-hmm. How did that happen? How did you hear that voice and not the other?
I was in a social problems class, kind of taking it as a general credit, and there was a man doing community development in the west side of Anderson, and he came in and started talking about all the things that he was doing. He was operating a nonprofit, and he was kind of the first voice that exposed me to that world over there.
Okay.
And I had recently been feeling really drawn to wanting to do something in my local community. Up until that point, I've been really focused on international sort of outreach efforts. And so amidst my time of kind of feeling drawn to staying local, he came into the picture, and I ended up actually getting connected with him. And he was kind of the bridge that got me over there.
And when you say west side of Anderson, anyone out there watching would probably think of like even the worst part of the area, right? It's a kind of a place where it would be dangerous to go. The people generally wouldn't venture.
Yeah, I will say it's different though. When you are there, you don't feel as, I guess, in danger versus the perception that I had before I moved in, if that makes sense. It's just very different.
So, but not only go there, but then you went even to the extra step of being part of the community, right? On a regular basis. And did you end up living in that area as well?
I did, yes. And then after graduating, I moved into a kind of community house that they had started for young adults, and it was right in the West Side neighborhood.
What did you study in school?
I studied business management with a nonprofit leadership concentration.
Okay, all right. So then you're done. You graduate from Anderson, Indiana, and then what do you decide? Well, here's my life ahead of me. What am I going to do?
I decided decided to stay.
Okay.
I felt really, I guess, called to stay. People leaving Anderson is one of the problems, and I kind of wanted to just learn from the community and learn the importance of staying, I guess, because I'd always been trained to just go. And I wanted to explore the community that I had kind of been told to fear to some.
Fun interview there, huh, friends? Next part of this episode, Ellie's gonna tell us what it was like. She stayed in Anderson, Indiana, so good things happened, so check it out. You're gonna dig it, okay? So watch the next episode. Do it, okay? Until next time, everybody, be cool.